hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, and welcome to Yacc, yet another Cast where I pick a game, I play it for a week, and then I talk about it. This week's game is Mega Man 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It was released in 1988, and it's a single-player platformer developed by Konami and also published by them, and also be some spoilers up ahead, just so you know, but first a little backstory. So about 1 week ago, I took a train trip across country to visit a couple of friends from Discord and Twitch, and it's at least it's the way I'm brought up. I always bring a gift when I'm meeting people for the first time, or at least visiting a new place. So I asked them what their favorite retro games were, and the hostess, Kami, answered that she likes Mega Man and Paperboy. So I decided to make a Mega Man keyring to her, and that got me thinking because I haven't covered a Mega Man game on this podcast, so she indirectly inspired me to do this. So the plot goes something like this. The main bad guy from the first game, Dr. Willy, has created 8 evil robot masters to stop Mega Man, and it's Mega Man's job to basically deal with them. So the game starts with logos and then cutting to a city landscape, explaining the plot, panning up a skyscraper revealing Mega Man, and here you can choose between starting a new game or enter a password. And then you get to choose what stage you want to start with. So the stages are themed with the bosses, and they all go by man somehow. So Bubble Man, Air Man, Quick Man, Heat Man, Wood Man, Metal Man, Flash Man, and Crash Man. And every boss has a weakness to a certain weapon, which you gain by beating one of the bosses. So I started with Bubble Man stage, and that was a big mistake. The whole level is full of waterfalls, and in the beginning of the level there are these big frogs spawning smaller frogs, which was a real pain in the neck. This game also suffers a bit from knockback, but it isn't as bad as in Castlevania 1 and 2, and the game doesn't have a timer as well, so you can take time with the levels. So just like any other platformer, you pick up power-ups such as 1-ups and health items. I played and changed stages a bit, so the first stage I actually beat was Woodman stage. I got the leaf shield. I tried the Flashman stage and I almost made it to the end. And then I tried Metal Man stage, and at this point I actually realized that this game isn't my cup of tea. I'm very terrible at this game, and it was, well, frankly too hard for me. So I've only gotten 1 power-up from the bosses so far. So at this point I really wanted to figure out what I was doing wrong, so I watched Cool Kid play a speedrun of this game. So his order of the bosses are Airman, Quickman, Flashman, and Metal Man, and I finished the game within 28 minutes and 48 seconds. So it's all about remembering patterns, and that means bosses and levels as well, and some glitch tactics. There are also some boss abilities that break some levels, making them way easier. I'm looking at you, Metal Blade, you're pretty OP. I also watched the tool assisted speedrun, and at this point I've given up on the game totally. It's not my cup of tea. So gameplay. Beat all the robot masters and Wily in the end. Control, the D-pad is movement, the A button jumps, the B button shoots, and the start button pauses, bringing up the item menus. Graphics. The graphics are really simple and cute, and most of the robotic enemies just have googly eyes, which is it's kind of a brilliant move actually. Sound and music. Yoshihiro Sakaguchi, Manami Matsune, and Takashi Tateshi made the soundtrack for this game, and all the tracks are really good, but the most famous one is probably Dr. Wily's Stage 1. I also like Staff Roll, and it was a bit weird looking up the composers for this game because the wiki page just mentioned one of these composers, but after a bit of digging I found out there were a couple more people working on it. Easter egg seekers and glitches. So a funny thing about Mega Man 2, also known as Rockman 2 in Japan, was that this game was developed on the developer's free time, and it was not considered a main title, which is kind of weird. But this game is so well and polished and nice. I wonder why Capcom did this. I have no idea. So in conclusion I wrote, yes, play it, it's a classic. So this game is not my cup of tea, it's way too difficult for me, but it sounds amazing and it looks really good. I think I can recommend it to people that wants a challenge. It also has a featured password system, so you can just pick it up where you left off. But you need a whole lot of patience and time, and that's something I don't have, but maybe you do. So that's my recommendation. So anyway, thank you for listening and or watching, and take care.